Hello everyone, Andreas here. Make a little adjustment. So I'm here for a couple purposes today. One, I wanted to let you guys know that I got to see Liars live a couple days ago, and it was fantastic. I haven't seen them since I think it might have been their first tour, or national tour, when they opened up for Yeah Yeah Yeahs. I think it was like 2001, 2002. But I have been picking up their albums, throughout the years. There's, like I said, a couple that I didn't get yet. But it's just one of those bands that I've really just tried to follow because I don't know, they just fascinate me, and from what I remember back when, their stage performance was incredible. And we're actually listening to their new album, which I showed in the last Wax Diabolique. This is Wish You. Side 1, The Exact Color of Doubt is the song. Oh, I didn't show the inner sleeve last time either. Artsy fartsy. So yeah, got to see him, and it was an incredible show. Actually, I think it's still up here. Yeah, I haven't even cracked it open yet, but I bought an album from the guy who opened for him. At least on this coast. I don't know what it's gonna be like back east, but Cadence Weapon. This is his newest album. He's a hip hop artist from Montreal via Edmonton. I guess he used to live there. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked. This guy had some awesome. His DJ was really, I don't know, I was just hooked from the start, and his flow, man. I mean, yeah, this guy is a wordsmith for sure. So I was pretty stoked to pick this up. And then I got a shirt. I want to show that before I get on to my next subject. They had the ones with the L, it's, if you guys have been paying attention, one of my most maligned websites, Pitchfork, it's kind of a love-hate relationship I have with that group, but they kind of profiled the whole process, because they did a special edition of Wish You that was dipped in wax, and I think they only made 50 of them. A friend of mine actually back in Ohio got one. And yeah, so the symbolism they've been using on their website and throughout the Pitchfork videos, it's been this, kind of L with kind of cubey looking, cubist, not cubist, just kind of like a 3D graphic design, I guess. But they had shirts, white shirts like that, and I don't wear white shirts that often. But I did pick up a black shirt, and I just love this design. I mean, their merch back in the day, and then can you see Liars carved into the skull there, right up my alley. Their merch back in the day, I mean, it was just really creative. That tour I saw in the early 2000s, they had the one thing that really stuck out is they had got neckties, and I used to wear a lot of neckties. I still do sometimes, but with just Liars screened all over it. So anyway, the show itself, Cadence Weapon, he riled up the crowd real good, and it's always funny watching hip hop in Portland, because I mean, there's I think there's only I don't know the exact percentage, but I think it's only 20% as far as the black population, I guess you could say, here in Portland. Pretty white bread. So he had this song called Black Fist, and he wants to get the crowd into it, so he's like, raise your black fist, and it's all these white people. I'm like, oh god, this is weird. I was just laughing, but he was having a blast. And then Liars came out, and with the Pitchfork thing, it was they were trying to figure out how they were going to translate this album live, because they, this was basically an as-you-go recording. they would come up with these sounds and like, oh, okay, you know, and then they would have to go back and figure out how they made them when they recorded the album in order to translate it live. And I thought they did a fabulous job. Angus, the singer, he was on point, you know, kind of had that preacher vibe, wearing like a suit jacket with like the sleeves that came up to here. Yeah, but they're my kind of people. I wish I would have gotten to talk to them, have them sign, you know, something, but no big whoop. Second part of this video, I want to encourage everyone to take a look at least at Fred's video. I'm going to attach this to his post yesterday, I believe it was, about the Dustin Grooves Kickstarter. You know, and I try to support Kickstarter when I can, you know, when I have a few bucks. But this is one of those moments in vinyl collecting history where I think if this book doesn't come out, it's going to be a tragedy. Just if you haven't visited the Dustin Grooves website yet, I'll try to. You know, I don't know how to do that shit. So just go to dustingrooves.com. All right. Everybody knows how to type. It's amazing. It's one of those things, and I called it to Fred. I commented that he's like the Indiana Jones, or Richard Leakey, or Tesla. Even I wouldn't go that far. But happy birthday to Nikolai Tesla today, by the way. But yeah, it's just. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing he's doing. He's going around the world, taking pictures of collectors like you and I, and making art out of what we do, which, you know, isn't really that hard to do. I mean, we collect art. This is art. I mean, even something as simple as this. I mean, it's just really, you know, super simple, but it's like, look at it. You know, you could see this hanging in a museum. In like MoMA or something, and just be like, you know, and people would like dissect the shit out of it. But yeah, it's an artistic triumph, I think, if this book comes out, and I think I'm definitely going to be pledging my next payday. I'm going to try to get the signed copy. There's all sorts of other things you can get. I mean, if you pledge, you know, big bucks like 1,000. You'll get credits in the book and things like that, but not everybody has that. I think very few of us have that because of the amount of money we spend on records, but totally a necessary project, totally worthy of our support, because we support each other in this community to the utmost, even though I'm the current king of dislikes, which I'm fine with. I mean, if anybody, you know, hasn't, you know, I just think it's one or two dudes or dudettes, and that's fine with me, you know. And there's not going to be one person that everyone likes. Oh, I love this song, by the way. Yeah, they did a really, it just translated so well live. Sorry to off track, but Dustin Grooves. Just needs to happen. He's going to be traveling around the States. If you watch the video that Fred attached to his, which I'm attaching to this video to Fred's, he explains it quite well. He kind of marks a map with records, and it doesn't look like he's coming to Portland. But that's fine. I mean, I would love to meet the guy and just talk to him. I mean, my collection isn't really worthy of his site because I have a lot of new stuff. And I don't really focus on one thing. I'm just like kind of sporadic, and a lot of his profiles, it's almost like they're specialists, and they have thousands of records. And I think I'm getting close to the 1,000 mark. I think I should probably do a count here soon. But anyway, point of this video being, support this. I think it's like the end of this month, July, or maybe it's August. Anyway, it's like 30 days from now. is when the Kickstarter expires. And last time I looked, he was close to $6 grand out of the 27 grand he needed, which is phenomenal in like 2 or 3 days. He's made that much. So obviously he has a lot of fans. His website is, I mean, like Fred said, it's probably one of my favorites to visit besides Facebook. I'm just giving you shit, Fred. But yeah, I don't know what else to say, really. I mean, I think this book is going to be beautiful. It'll be a great coffee table book. It would be awesome if it was glossy, in my opinion. But you know, if it's matte or, you know, a nice thick paper stock, I'll be happy with that too. Just to read the stories. I mean, it's not just about the pictures, which are beyond stupid. I mean, just, oh my God, they're just so beautifully done. The stories that accompany these pictures, and the way he conveys the passion that these people have for their collections. It's really inspiring and totally worthy of a book treatment, you know. If I had an iPad, I'd go for the electronic book too. Maybe I'll get an iPad. Anyway, that's it, kids. I've got a lot of videos to make. I still haven't done the long association, and I'm still going to do my top 10 even though June is over, or my 10s rather. And yeah, just a bunch of shit to do. But anyway, I love you. I raise a horse cock to you, even though I have to work in about an hour. And yeah, the vinyl community is shit anywhere it is. But I do love seeing your faces and in motion, and I love hearing you talk about music too. So, Fred, I agree with you there. But you know, if you ever, you know, get a wild hair up your ass, or, you know, maybe you could do it vicariously through your wife or something. Anyway, much love to all, and support the Kickstarter and Dustin Groove's rules. And if you get a chance to see Liars, I know Derek is pretty soon. I know River is going to. Go do it. It is a great show. Fantastic the way they translated this album, and so they do some older stuff too, and it's freaking amazing. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you.